What if I told you that the greatest basketball player of all time was once considered a failure? That he was cut from his high school team, humiliated on the biggest stage, and told he'd never be good enough? But here's the twist that will shock you. These weren't setbacks. They were the exact moments that forged the legend we know today. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover the secret formula that turned Michael Jordan's biggest failures into his greatest triumphs. Before we dive into this incredible story, if you're ready to transform your own failures into fuel for success, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below telling me about a time you bounced back from failure. I read every single one. Picture this. It's 1978, and a 15-year-old Michael Jordan is standing in front of the varsity basketball team roster at Emsley, Laney High School. He scans the list once, twice, 3 times. His name isn't there. The future, his airness had been cut from his high school basketball team. But here's what most people don't know about this moment that would haunt lesser men forever. Jordan's reaction to this rejection revealed a psychological trait that separates champions from quitters. And I'll reveal exactly what that was in just a moment. While his classmates went home defeated, Jordan did something different. He didn't argue with the coach. He didn't blame the system. Instead, he made a decision that would change everything. He asked to be the manager of the varsity team. Think about that for a second. The man who would become the greatest player ever chose to carry water and towels for the team that rejected him. Why? Because he understood something profound that most people miss. This wasn't about humility, it was about strategy. And the strategy he used is something you can apply to any failure in your life. Fast forward to 1982. Jordan is now at the University of North Carolina, and he's just hit the game-winning shot in the NCAA championship. He's on top of the world, right? Wrong. This success was about to lead to his most devastating failure yet. 2 years later, Jordan declares for the NBA draft. He's projected to go first overall, but on draft night, something unthinkable happens. The Portland Trail Blazers passed on him. So do the Chicago Bulls initially. He falls to 3rd overall. But here's the kicker. The teams that passed on Jordan would later call it the biggest mistake in sports history. But Jordan? He turned this failure into rocket fuel. And the method he used is something that will blow your mind. Jordan didn't just remember who passed on him. He memorized it. He kept a mental list of every slight, every doubt, every person who said he wasn't good enough. Psychologists call this negative motivation, but Jordan called it something else, ammunition. Every morning, he would wake up and think about that high school cut. Every time he stepped on the court, he remembered being 3rd in the draft. Every game became personal. But here's what's fascinating, and this is crucial for your own success. Jordan discovered that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the raw material of success. And he developed a 3-step process that turned every setback into a comeback. Step 1. He accepted responsibility completely. No excuses, no blame, just ownership. When he was cut from the team, he didn't blame the coach. He blamed his preparation. Step 2. He used failure as information. Every rejection became data. What did he need to improve? What gaps existed in his game? Failure became his teacher, not his enemy. Step 3. He developed what I call selective amnesia. He forgot the pain, but remembered the lesson. This is crucial. You can't move forward if you're constantly reliving the hurt. But Jordan's biggest failure was still coming. And when it hit, it almost destroyed him. But his response? It created the most dominant athlete the world has ever seen. 1995, Jordan returns from his first retirement, but he's rusty. In the playoffs, a young Orlando Magic team eliminates the Bulls. Jordan, the man who seemed invincible, looked human. The media pounced. Jordan's lost it. The game has passed him by. He should have stayed retired. For most athletes, this would be career-ending humiliation. But Jordan saw something else entirely. He saw an opportunity to prove that his earlier success wasn't luck. And what he did next didn't just silence the critics. It redefined what's possible when you refuse to accept failure as final. Jordan spent that summer in the gym like a man possessed. He rebuilt his body, refined his skills, and returned with a vengeance. The result? The 1995-96 Bulls went 72-10, the best regular season record in NBA history at the time. But here's the most incredible part. Jordan didn't just win. He dominated in a way that made his earlier success look like practice. 6 championships, 5 MVP awards, and a legacy that will never be matched. Every failure had led to this moment. Every rejection had built his resolve. Every setback had set him up for the ultimate comeback. Here's what Michael Jordan understood that most people don't. Failure isn't something that happens to you. It's something that happens for you. Every rejection is redirection. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The same high school cut that crushed a teenager created the champion who would inspire millions. The same draft snub that stung became the fuel for 6 NBA championships. Jordan's secret wasn't avoiding failure. It was transforming it. So here's my challenge to you. What failure in your life could become your greatest comeback story? What rejection could become your redirection? Remember, champions aren't made in the moments they win. They're forged in the moments they refuse to quit. If this video inspired you to see failure differently, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what failure you're ready to transform into fuel. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because next week, I'm revealing the mental strategies that Kobe Bryant used to outwork everyone. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Remember, your comeback starts with your mindset. Make it legendary.